when you connect to your soul and your heart, they tell you that you are completely worthy of manifesting a life with a lot of love, loving, supportive relationships. You are worthy and capable of manifesting a career that aligns with your passions. You are worthy and you can create a life that supports your well-being. I mean, I feel that a lot of us, we know this, but we just don't believe it. It's because we have these programs in our mind that stem from being brought up on this planet Earth with a lot of limitation imposed on us from a young age when we're very, very impressionable. But the thing is, even though your thoughts and your programs, they can seem to control your life, with the decision right now that you want to make a change, just having that thought alone and that feeling of excitement, like, you know what? I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to shift internally. I'm willing to give it my all right now. And, you know, I'm going to be kind with myself along the process. If something doesn't go my way, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to see it as a sign that this is happening for a reason. I just have to keep flowing with it, and it'll become apparent. You make that internal shift by saying, you know what? I'm going to choose to take a course in something that I've always wanted to take. Or I'm going to choose, you know, not necessarily to quit my job right now, because of course you got to pay your bills, you got to be, yes, in this world, but at the same time say, yep, I'm going to take the first step towards moving into alignment with my real passions. Whatever you're guided to do, even if you don't even know right now, at least set your intention and say to the universe, say to the angels, to your higher self, you say, I would really like help in manifesting this, whatever your intention is, okay? And then be open. Just be open, and if you have an intuitive impulse to call someone, to take a course in something, or whatever it is, you go for it, and you trust, okay? You need to trust. That is absolutely key, and that's where a lot of people, they flounder because they don't trust. They get really excited, and then they allow the thoughts of negativity, the thoughts of self-doubt to enter, and then they internalize it, and they let it bring them down, and then they fall back into old patterns. So you got to catch yourself. If you have those thoughts of doubt, what I do is I will be like, all right, okay, ego, you know what? It's time out. Time out on the naughty chair for you. Or I will go outside. I will run around. I'll smell some flowers. I'll get grounded. Okay, a lot of us, we feel scattered. We feel anxious, self-doubt, because we're actually not grounded to the earth. And I mean literally feet barefoot on the ground, getting grounded, visualizing a cord from your base chakra going down to the earth, sucking out any kind of negativity to the earth, visualizing the middle of the earth, burning it up, whatever's going to work for you, you do that, okay? Or you dance around your house, you get really, really silly, you laugh, it's going to raise your frequency. What happens when you raise your frequency? You feel really good. Most likely, the better you feel, the easier it will be to move back into alignment with your desires, to get back on track. I know that that's what works for me. It's going to be different for every person, but I just wanted to share kind of what I do if I find myself getting so wrapped up in my mind that I abandon my excitement and say, no, but what if? What if I can't do this? Maybe I shouldn't. I let the shoulds come in, or the buts, or whatever. I'm like, nope, time to get into my body, time to get into my heart, into my soul, okay? You want to remind yourself that you have these limiting thoughts, okay? That you have these programs, and that they're not who you really are. They're just something that you're choosing to believe. And remind yourself that, you know what, they don't serve you anymore. They really don't serve your highest good, which is to be happy and joyful, okay? I'm not saying you're going to be happy and joyful all the time, but you know what I'm saying? You want to overall be on your joy path, because that's going to allow you to thrive in this world. It's going to allow others around you to be raised up by your high frequency. It's a win-win. It's a total win-win, okay? So remind yourself that, okay, I'm having these thoughts right now. They're not who I really am. And you know what? Since I'm going to continue to have thoughts, because I'm human, I have a brain, this is how I operate in this reality, how about I expand my thinking? How about I think a little bigger right now? even if you don't know how something is going to manifest, that's okay. Because you know what? Our rational minds, they don't know how everything's going to happen. They only know what did happen. And they know what didn't happen in the past. They don't have the ability to actually know how everything is going to happen. I mean, you can definitely plan things, and a lot of the time, yeah, if you set a goal and you work hard, this is the old paradigm, right? Working really, really hard and sacrificing, yes. Quite often you will meet that goal. But it doesn't have to be that way. Yes, effort is required, but it's not as hard as a lot of us believe. It's only hard because you believe it. So I really feel that if you choose to just believe that you don't have to have all the answers, that your rational mind doesn't have to know how everything's going to happen, and you connect to your heart and your soul and you listen, and I know when I listen it's telling me, yeah, Leija, you don't have to know everything with your mind. You just have to trust that your higher mind, your higher self, the universe, your angels, guides, whatever you believe in, they know. You trust, you stay open. You know what happens? Every single time I do this, even if I don't know how something's going to manifest, I trust and I stay open and I act on the impulses. Even if I don't know what's going to happen exactly, I am always, always, always guided in the right direction, and I manifest exactly what I wanted or something better. Always. But it only comes through trusting. It comes through acting on my excitement and my joy. Saying no to those negative thoughts. I mean, of course, if they continue to come up, you don't want to just say, oh, I don't want to think this, I don't want to think this. You want to deal with it. You want to write them out. You want to release them. You want to say, universe, please help me to release these fears. You want to burn a piece of paper. Burn the paper with all your fears on them. You want to release them. You want to do things to get them out of your system, okay? But if they keep coming up, you know, you got to move into your body. You got to get excited. You got to feel it. You got to ask, trust, and then just let it go. Let it go, relax, okay? Because you know what? When you do that, it's like the universe is like, okay, well, it's coming. You're trusting, you're relaxing. We're going to guide you. We're going to allow you to manifest what you want. But a lot of us, we get our rational minds in the way. And those are the only things that are blocking us. It's that fear and doubt that comes from not knowing how it's all going to work out. But we don't need to know. I doubt my voice is cracking again, but we don't need to know. Because we're not supposed to know it all. And that's what they want us to believe. Growing up, we need to have all the answers. No, you don't need to have all the answers. You need to stay open. You need to be open to growing and expanding your viewpoint. Always. Always. Stay open. I don't know all. I don't have all the answers. But what I do know is that when I listen to my heart says, I want you to be happy, Leija. I want you to pursue your passions. And I know everybody is the same way when they really connect. You know, their heart wants them to feel that love. Their heart wants them to act on their excitement and to pursue their passions and to have a career that is in alignment with their passions. You know, your heart doesn't want you to do a job that you hate, that makes you feel frustrated and angry. Yes, there's going to be challenges with every job, but overall, you know, we spend so much of our, how many of us spend so much of our time doing something we hate? And it's only because of your thoughts. I'm serious about this. I think you guys can feel it because I know how powerful you are. I know it. And I know that deep down you know too. And we just need these reminders because of the conditioning, okay? That's why I'm showing up today. So let me share an example with you. I have a client of mine, and she was in a job that she really didn't like. It was very conventional. She didn't feel like she could actually do what she came here to do, which is to share her love and light and to be herself and to express her spirituality. And what she really wanted to do was to become a holistic life coach. She felt in her current job it was too limiting. It was in a type of, I don't want to get into all the details here. And by the way, just to let you know, she knows I'm talking about her. It's okay, I don't just talk about people without them knowing, even though I won't say her name, but just so you know, I'm respectful that way. So, moving on. This lady, she just had such a desire to be her own boss, or at least to just do this full time, become this holistic life coach. So I had a session with her, and this is all long distance. This is she's in another part of the world, in a part of Scandinavia, and I basically was picking up that she has everything already that she needs to succeed. All she needs to do is to make that decision within her that she wants to fully align with her passions for her career. She really wanted to become this holistic life coach, well, she already was, but to offer her services and to do that full time, but she was too scared to even, make that shift and say, yes, this is what I want to focus on. She was still in this other job thinking, it would be nice, but I don't know, I'm going to stay here because I'm scared. And she just needed that encouragement. And, we went through this whole process where I'm like, all right, let's write out your intention. Let's talk about what you want to do. Let's actually visualize yourself doing this, and you're so happy, and just talking about it, and me reminding her that this is possible. She made this instant shift. I could feel it. She was excited. She's like, I really feel like something is going to happen. So I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. I'm like, yes, it's all you need is to be excited and to trust and to be open. And guess what, people? She emailed me 2 days later and she said, oh my God, Leija, you're never going to believe this. And of course I'm thinking, well, of course I'm going to believe it. So she said, okay, Leija, there's this captain of a ski team that contacted me via my website. And this is the first time anybody has contacted me via this website. And he said that he wants to hire me as his holistic life coach for his ski team. It pays really well. He's going to pay for me to travel all over the place with them and train with them and coach them. Oh my goodness. She's like, I'm just so grateful, and is this real life? Like, I can't believe it, but I can believe it because I knew it was possible. And all I need to do was just make the decision that this is what I really want, and then get excited about it and trust that it's going to happen, and it did happen. Only 2 days later, like, things are manifesting so quickly these days, people, seriously. I mean, can you see how important it is to be true to yourself and to just act on your excitement? It'll happen, I know it, okay? And if it doesn't happen right away, still trust that everything is happening for your highest good, because it is. Because sometimes we think we know what we want, but there's a possibility that it's just our ego and that our higher mind actually knows what's better for us. So sometimes things don't always work out, but as long as you trust, okay, this is happening for a reason, I'm going to go with it, it usually does become evident that that actually was for your highest good. And sometimes it's not always pleasant. Sometimes what's actually for your highest good is to face a fear or go through something uncomfortable so you can become even more of a stronger, more enlightened person, right? Does that make sense? So, you know what? I could talk about this topic for hours and hours, but I just wanted to share from my heart today and say that I love you so much, and I really hope that this video helped you somewhat. If not, you know what? I'm just being myself, sharing what I feel in my heart and my soul, and really encouraging you to take some time out for you today if you're not feeling happy overall with your life. Okay, once again, we're going to experience challenges. We're going to go through ups and downs, especially these days where everything is shifting big time and incoming energies. Whoa! But overall, I encourage you to take some time out for you and just to kind of ask yourself, like, what do I really want? And why am I not there right now? And accept where you are, because you're exactly where you should be, absolutely. But at the same time, if there's something that if you would just make that internal shift and say, you know what, yeah, I think that it's about time that I finally move into my passions. Life is short. Even if it doesn't all work out exactly as I wanted it to, you know what? At least you're going to feel more empowered, more in your power, because you did something that really truly aligned with you. And I know it'll all work out. Whatever happens, you can only go up. You can only become more evolved, stronger, more enlightened. The more that you step into your power, the more that you do what's right for you. So, thank you for watching. Sending you so much love. Namaste.